New Year's Eve, 1862. In America, a year of terrible bloodshed draws to a close, but the Civil War is far from over. Across the Atlantic Ocean, the people of Manchester, England, gather in their Free Trade Hall to vote on a message to send to Abraham Lincoln. But what could they have to say to the American president? Why would a war thousands of miles away matter to them? The Civil War has cut off the supply of cotton from southern plantations to English mills, threatening the survival of the cotton industry in Manchester. When the New York Times sent a reporter to learn more about their situation, he found that hundreds of thousands of people had been cut to part-time work or lost their jobs entirely, leaving them dependent on relief committee tickets for food and coal. The Confederates believe that this crisis will force England to become their ally in the war. But where do the people of Manchester stand? What is their message for Lincoln? To His Excellency Abraham Lincoln, President of the United States of America. As the citizens of Manchester assembled at the Free Trade Hall, we beg to express our fraternal sentiments towards you and your country. One thing alone has in the past lessened our sympathy with your country and our confidence in it. We mean the ascendancy of politicians who not merely maintained Negro slavery, but desired to extend and root it more firmly. Since we have discerned, however, that the victory of the free states in the war which has so sorely distressed us, as well as afflicted you, will strike off the fetters of the slave, you have attracted our warm and earnest sympathy. We joyfully honor you as the President, and the Congress with you, for many decisive steps towards practically exemplifying your belief in the words of your great founders: all men are created free and equal. You, as Commander-in-Chief of the Army, have appointed tomorrow, the 1st of January, 1863, the day of unconditional freedom for the slaves of the rebel states. Heartily do we congratulate you and your country on this humane and righteous course. We assume that you cannot now stop short of a complete uprooting of slavery. While your enthusiasm is aflame and the tide of events runs high, let the work be finished effectually. Leave no root of bitterness to spring up and work fresh misery to your children. It is a mighty task indeed to reorganize the industry not only of 4 millions of the enslaved races, but of 5 millions of whites. Nevertheless, the vast progress which you have made in the short space of 20 months fills us with hope that every stain on your freedom will shortly be removed, and that the erasure of that foul blot on civilization and Christianity, chattel slavery, during your presidency will cause the name of Abraham Lincoln to be honored and revered by posterity. We are certain that such a glorious consummation will cement Great Britain and the United States in close and enduring regards. Our interests, moreover, are identified with you, and if you have any ill wishers here, be assured that they are chiefly those who oppose liberty at home, and that they will be powerless to stir up quarrel between us from the very day in which your country becomes undeniably and without exception the home of the free. Accept our high admiration of your firmness in upholding the proclamation of freedom. New Year's Day, 1863. Abraham Lincoln signs the Emancipation Proclamation, declaring the slaves of the rebel states free. Days later, the George Griswold leaves New York, carrying food for the hungry in the Manchester region. Donations have been pouring in since Thanksgiving, when the New York Times report on the suffering caused by the cotton famine touched a deep chord in the hearts of our people, and awoke a sympathy as potent as it was generous. Reverend Francis Vinton dedicates the voyage with the hope that the track of the vessel which would bear bread to the poor would be luminous with a light by which the nations might be united in peace. On January 19th, Lincoln replies to the message from Manchester: I know and deeply deplore the sufferings which the working men of Manchester and in all Europe are called to endure in this crisis. It has been often and studiously represented that the attempt to overthrow this government, which was built upon the foundation of human rights, and to substitute for it one which should rest exclusively on the basis of human slavery, was likely to obtain the favor of Europe. Through the action of our disloyal citizens, the working men of Europe have been subjected to severe trials for the purpose of forcing their sanction to that attempt. Under the circumstances, I cannot but regard your decisive utterances upon the question as an instance of sublime Christian heroism, which has not been surpassed in any age or in any country. It is indeed an energetic and re-inspiring assurance of the inherent power of truth, and of the ultimate and universal triumph of justice, humanity, and freedom. I do not doubt that the sentiments you have expressed will be sustained by your great nation, and, on the other hand, I have no hesitation in assuring you that they will excite admiration, esteem, and the most reciprocal feelings of friendship among the American people. I hail this interchange of sentiment, therefore, as an augury that whatever else may happen, whatever misfortune may befall your country or my own, the peace and friendship which now exist between the two nations will be, as it shall be my desire to make them, perpetual. Abraham Lincoln. On February 24th, the people of Manchester returned to their Free Trade Hall to read Lincoln's letter and prepare a message for the commander, chaplain, and officers of the relief ship George Griswold. We send through you to our brethren in America an expression of heartfelt gratitude for their bounty and succor in times of need. We shall ever cherish a lively recollection of their unsolicited and unexpected beneficence. Be assured that we are not unaffected observers of the momentous struggle in your great country. Our sympathies are entirely and unalterably with the friends of freedom, and we earnestly desire the maintenance of the Union on the basis of emancipation and constitutional liberty for all men of every creed, color, and race. We mourn with you over the graves of your gallant dead, slain in the sacred cause of freedom and patriotism. Devoutly do we pray that a safe and enduring peace may speedily be achieved, and that your brave and magnanimous people may long continue one great, free, educated, civilized, and Christian nation, with the virus and stigma of slavery forever removed from your midst. Today, a statue of Lincoln stands in Manchester in memory of its people's support for him throughout the cotton famine.